I hope that you guys kicked off your week on a positive note. So a quick little recap on the overall day. My Nvidia trade, as you guys could see here, $12,175.84. And I closed out my short completely on Nvidia. Now, my short was not perfect, but I did my part in aggressively adding to my position as direction became favorable. When it became oversold, I did my part to take profits. It came back to run up. I went long. I covered that long position at lack of progress on the upside, and then began to really play with the overbought and oversold range. But as you guys could see, most of the action actually happened within the first 2 hours of the market open. The rest was just pretty much consolidation. It was establishing a support range. There wasn't really much of progress above, much progress below. And this is a great reminder for beginner traders is that every day, just because the market might open a specific way and it might present a big opportunity, doesn't mean that the market has to continue in that same direction or with that same type of progress. With that being said, I'm very grateful that I was able to end up in the green, closing out my trade and preparing for tomorrow. With that being said, the Nvidia position is testing a support range. It's still kind of just consolidating here. It's not like Nvidia is actively selling off, and that's a really important thing to pay attention to because Nvidia reports earnings Wednesday after the market closes. And again, I will be live streaming it for free on my YouTube channel, and all I ask you to do is to drop a thumbs up and subscribe so you can tune on in. With that being said, there was some news that we talked about on my Instagram. You guys let me know what you think, but the Nvidia CEO Jensen has sold at least $104 million worth of Nvidia stock. A lot of people are capturing this and sharing it and kind of shedding some bad light that he knows something that most people don't. And again, I have no reason to talk good nor bad about Nvidia. With that being said, I want to remind you, it's very simple math. You can look up Jensen, who's the CEO of Nvidia, and his overall net worth. It's at $100 billion. So him selling $104 million might sound like a lot, but it's literally less than 1% of his overall net worth that is made up of his ownership of Nvidia. With that being said, $104 million is a lot to peasants like you and myself, but for Jensen, it's a drop in the bucket. With that being said, again, it's just a schedule where he's able to liquidate some of the shares. And I'm sure, again, he just wants to have cash on the sidelines just in case something does probably end up happening. Nonetheless, Nvidia does report earnings this Wednesday, and I'm very excited to see that. Will it meet the market's hype and expectation and continue to rally, sending overall markets higher for longer, or will it miss for the first time in the past previous quarters and return back to its previous oversold value of $90 per share? I'm not here to predict or try to pretend like I know exactly what's going to happen. All I know is that if it begins to go up, I will go long, or if it begins to actively sell off, and it's very easy to see on the 4-hour time frame. If we begin to see active signs of progress below that EMA and active signs of progress on the downside, I would be more than happy to short the crap out of Nvidia if direction and the opportunity begins to present itself. Other than that, there's no reason to get our hopes up. Literally, Nvidia has been the juggernaut of AI. It's leading the overall market. And out of the Magnificent Seven, I would say this is single-handedly one of the most important earning reports for this overall week. With that being said, if we look at the overall NASDAQ market, it's in the very early stages of a potential drop down, right? It's at a critical point where if it does break below this, we do have some selling pressure, and this could potentially be a lower high. I'm not here to instill fear in you. I'm just here to make you aware. You can decide to do what you please with that information. Understanding overbought, oversold, and overbought levels is very useful as a technical trader. But remember, on Wednesday, it's not so much about technicals, but about the fundamental report of what it's going to release if it exceeds market expectation for Nvidia's earnings. With that being said, like I said, I will be going live for free on this YouTube channel. And if you want to tune on in so we can watch Nvidia report earnings together, it's going to be after the market closes on Wednesday. And I would love to invite you. Subscribe to the channel, drop a thumbs up, and do not forget, if you want to watch me trade live every single morning starting tomorrow, it's the second link in the description down below. And you can watch me trade live right when the market opens. I appreciate your time. Hope that earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.